very good morning, everyone. Today we are shooting episode number 11 of Breaking Bad with DMI, and I have a very interesting guest with me, Mr. Ravi Kiran, Managing Director, MedevPlus. We have Mr. Narasimha Prasad, Associate Director, MedevPlus. It's good to meet you, Ravi sir, and thanks to your team and Narasimhan for making this possible. I was trying this for the last 6 months, and he's the one who made sure that we are here, and to talk about your company. So to start our discussion, I wanted to ask that can you let us know more about MedevPlus A, the business verticals which it is operating, and a little bit about you to start with.
Thank you, Dinesh ji. It's my pleasure to speak about MedevPlus and giving this opportunity. Really appreciate and heartfelt gratitude for that. So, MedevPlus is a company that is transforming industries by giving very deep technology accessible to places. It might be confusing, but actual problem we see here is there's a lot of deep technology being grown, but it hasn't been utilized in industries. And if it has been utilized, then the industries transform with multiples of revenues as well as affecting people, health, and similar industries. I'll be speaking more about each vertical. Uh, so, why we started MedevPlus is a very curious story, actually.
I would love to hear it.
Definitely. So, in 2012, I had the opportunity to come to Narayana Nethralaya from US
Okay.
to demonstrate a intrasurgical OCT product. What it does is during surgery, it allows you to identify or understand how the surgery is happening and how the eye health or the retina health is happening. So Bioptigen came with a product called Enfocus, and I was the product manager, product development engineer there.
Okay.
And as a part of that company, I had come here, and I have noticed that the surgeons at Narayana Nethralaya were so efficient, and they were performing more than 40 surgeries a day.
Okay.
And they were so curious to use these advanced technologies at multiple folds, which I haven't seen in the rest of the world.
Okay.
I'd been to multiple hospitals all around the world, US, Sweden, Turkey, but I haven't seen that passion. So that is when I decided that we should bring in this deep technology products to India and let the doctors use them and make more, give more advantage to the end users like the patients and
Correct.
humans.
Correct.
And that triggered me.
Okay.
And then after I went back to US, I requested the then CEO Eric Buckland
Okay.
to see if we can start Bioptigen India manufacturing in India. It was actually propelled by my one of my CA who is auditing now as well.
Okay.
Uh, but at that time, Leica Microsystems bought Bioptigen, so that didn't work out. But then in 2019, I could successfully start this company
Okay.
and build the first product, IXanner 7,
Okay.
which is transforming the eye care industry. And how is it transforming? Is currently at primary healthcare, there is no comprehensive screening. People have no idea how to get the retina health and keratoconus, any eye health, basically, in a comprehensive way at a primary level. And that is what we are doing. iScanner 7 will be in every primary clinic, and it will let glaucoma diagnosis, age-related macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, keratoconus, anything related to biometry,
Okay.
even for retinopathy of prematurity in the kids, babies.
Okay.
All these were never happened in camp settings, will happen now.
Okay.
In a camp, in a primary care, in a very low resource setting, we can do these things.
Okay.
That's our product, sir.
Okay. Can you talk about services which you are offering? Then we will go dive deep in in the company, any services, because we have spoken about the product?
Sure. So, as Ravi was mentioning, deep technology is a cluster of multiple different individual scientific breakdowns. So,
Okay.
for example, uh, it's a lot of different scientific factors coming together to make something that is what is called as deep, right? So,
Okay.
optics is our core.
Okay.
The way we made our product portable and affordable is because of the way we broke down the science of the optics.
Okay.
So we have a very strong optics team, of course, led by Dr. Ravi, but we have been offering services for optical product development with multiple different clients who are passionate to create revolutionizing product. And we have so far worked for about 3 products. Due to confidentiality, I'll not be able to say what those products are, but I can tell you that all of these are either first in APAC, that is Asia Pacific, or first in the world,
Okay.
where the features that we have developed and the kind of product that will be coming out will be something that's not existing in the market currently. So we do offer optic services, but we are very choosy in how we do it.
Correct.
But other than that, we have 4 different verticals. We identify ourselves to be a product-driven, backed IP-driven company.
Okay.
Where IXanner 7, the product that Ravi mentioned, is for the eye care, human eye care.
Correct.
There is another product which is called as iScanner Air, which caters to animal research.
Okay.
And we have a custom iScanner Air, eye scanner, which caters to industries. So if you see, we have a breakdown of the technology, and the technology was initially used to solve one particular problem, which is to ensure that we democratize the primary healthcare. But as and when we progressed, we kind of pivoted the technology to multiple use cases,
Correct.
which itself is working as an industry. For example, animal research, we will be able to do tissue imaging, drug efficacy testing, so on and so forth, in terms of animal research and life sciences, where you need not dissect the animal.
Correct.
So you can avoid killing of animals to just test your drug efficacy or tissue penetration of certain things, etc. And in industries, we will be able to study at a micron level tolerance of certain processes. And so we have 4 verticals. You can say one for healthcare, one for industrial, one for life sciences, and our optical design.
Okay. So I will correct myself and I will say Dr. Ravi, because I should have
Yes, all right.
introduced
No
you
problem.
that way. So Dr. Ravi, patents and IPs plays a very important role in any of the industry. So, and especially in healthcare, it plays a major role. So I wanted to ask, what are the different patents you have and products from MedevPlus?
Yes, sir. Yeah, me being into deep technology, patents are very, very important. One, not only they increase the credibility of the IP
Correct.
research that we are doing, and it's actually cutting edge, and that helps us encourage ourselves to do more of such things. So the first patent we have, and I want to thank my IP lawyer from Metayaj here.
Okay.
And the first patent we received was for our spectrometer.
Okay.
The uniqueness of any spectrometer is they give a spectrum, light spectrum of any sample or any light.
Okay.
However, if we keep moving it place to place, the ability of the spectrum to shift and then recalibration and all these things come into picture, especially when OCT spectrometers, which are very sensitive,
Correct.
we put microwatt power of light, microwatt, onto the sensor. So a small shift plays a very important role in the
Okay.
image quality.
Okay.
So what we have done is we have created the design of the spectrometer in such a way that whenever it is exposed to a lot of vibrations, the spectrum shifts, but then the feedback that comes from the sensor
Okay.
allows the spectrum to come back to the original position,
Okay.
and it self calibrating algorithm runs inside,
Correct.
and then the image quality stays the same.
Okay.
So this is very very important for a medical device, because in medical devices the calibration plays a very important role. And
Okay.
if it is a self calibrating device,
Okay.
this calibrating the device every now and then is not required anymore.
Correct.
So this is one patent, and multiple other patents that we have filed in. Are majority of them are in miniaturizing and robustifying
Okay.
the product.
Okay.
So our delay line is small matchbox like sized
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Earlier it was at least like a shoebox, but now it's like a matchbox sized.
Okay.
So such innovations we have done.
So, Dr. Ravi, now let's get into, because you have spoken about your newly launched product, IXanner 7. So, and you have spoken in very brief that whatever it does. So now let's get into detail of that product. So, what are the different features of iScanner 7? B, the overall look and feel of the product, and C, how you are intending to, because I saw that product in your demo room and it looks lovely, the state of art. So, say, thirdly, how you are intending to using it in the country.
Sure. So, point number one, the features of the product.
Okay.
As such, the first most important feature is the portability.
Okay.
We took it in the rain, on a motorbike, on a car, airplane,
Yeah.
and you know how people use in airplanes, right?
Correct.
So it is exposed to all kinds of stress.
Okay.
Even then, when we turn it on, it works perfectly fine.
Okay.
That's a very big USP of our product.
Okay.
On top of that, it's handheld. We can use it in ambulatory patients,
Okay.
non-ambulatory patients. We can
Okay.
do it in kids,
Okay.
babies, and any typical human.
Okay.
And then and other features like the imaging features are very typical to our competition as well. So we give 40 kilohertz speed, and image quality SNR goes beyond 40, the SS ratios. And then the scanning, that's another advantage, can be customized. We can do 3 mm, 4 mm, 5 mm, up to 12 mm we can do.
Okay.
And then we have all the macular thickness maps, ONH, optic nerve head thickness maps, it's called TSNIT maps, the graphs, and with a normative database which is specific to Indian geography.
Okay.
And very soon we are adding normative database for babies as well,
Okay.
which nobody has done before. Nowhere in the whole world
Okay.
have a normative database for babies and kids.
Okay.
How are these going to help the doctor? That is more important. What's up with these features, right? So these features help doctors to understand and diagnose all the diseases that I've told before: glaucoma, AMD, diabetic retinopathy, and anything related to cornea and the axial length of the eye. All these can be identified at a very early stage. I'll give you one example.
Okay.
Currently, to diagnose glaucoma, we have the devices which diagnose once the peripheral vision is lost. The devices which allow us, they give star like structures, and you have to click every time you see a star. But as you miss on the peripheral stars, right, that is what an indication to the doctor to say that, hey, the onset of glaucoma has started, be careful.
Correct.
With our technology, even before the peripheral vision start to lose, like long before, we can identify. Why? Glaucoma is a pressure related disease.
Yes.
So it's like blowing a balloon.
Yes.
If you blow a balloon, the thickness wall of the balloon reduces. The same way, if the pressure inside the eye increases, the retina becomes thinner and thinner.
Okay.
That is that thickness is what we measure up to an order of microns.
Oh.
So now imagine the moment the retina gets thinner by 2-3 microns, we say that, hey, look, there is chances of glaucoma are high. You reduce the pressure.
Correct.
And that is how, with our technology, If a person is screened at 40 and chances of glaucoma are high, that person will never get glaucoma in his whole life.
Okay.
That is the impact we are making.
Okay, that means for me, QA is early detection, early screening will help a patient to, early diagnosis for glaucoma will help him to, uh, we have to, whatever I can say, he can be cured little early, or maybe, it can be
It won't.
stopped.
It can be managed. Yeah,
Okay.
so that it won't come up early or
Okay.
yeah,
So you wouldn't be blind.
Yeah,
You
right.
wouldn't end up being blind.
correct. That's a life saving, I can say. So, Make in India is what I saw at the in the product logo. So, this is just to top it up. How India is a very price sensitive market. So, how are you positioning your iScanner 7 in terms of price point? I don't want the numbers because how price sensitive that product is, and B, where do you want to push it? Like in the maybe a two tire, three tire. What are your ideas of pushing the machine?
Yeah.
So pricing, you can say we are one thirds the cost of the competitors.
Okay.
And the way we are trying to push is we have categorized the healthcare center to three different ones,
Okay.
which is the primary healthcare center,
Okay.
which I usually identify as remote villages and less accessibility places.
Okay.
Secondary, where we talk about small towns and taluks or smaller cities, and tertiary, which is like high-end cities with state-of-the-art facilities that
Correct.
they can host. So each of them have use cases to use our devices. In the primary center, where Ravi was mentioning about our unique USB,
Correct.
the affordability and the portability makes it effective both for the patients or the people in that particular demographic, as well as the person who's owning the device. Because if he's spending one third the cost of a device that is usually the cost of the device, and if he's able to use it in and around the village that he's set up,
Correct.
according to our calculation, the cost of ownership and the cost of recovery of the device is less than 6 months.
Okay.
So he'll be able to recover the entire cost. And the best part is he need not even be a doctor.
Correct.
He can be a optometrist,
Correct.
and the optometrist can go get those scans, and the doctor can sit in any part of the world. With our server accessibility of reports, he will be able to see the report, and the doctor can, give an advice over the phone or over a video call, and ensure that the patient is
Correct.
feeling safe. And on the secondary market, we will be offering customization, especially with people who require OCT in surgeries and those sort of things. Where usually what happens is in that sort of situation, they push it to the tertiary sector. They say, no, we can't really handle this, and please go to a tertiary where they have a much more complex facility available. So we'll be able to customize our device in such a way that they can avoid the secondary centers can avoid that. And for the tertiary, we have a lot of R&D that we work with. So it can cater to the tertiary sectors as well in a way where they have features that no other devices has as of now.
Okay. India is the numbers two country in terms of diabetic patient. This is what I have been told before, interviewing you, Dr. Ravi. So, do you think product and technology like this should be used by government of India or maybe Indian government to feed this machine like it has happened during pandemic? I can see where because it's a mobile handy machine. I can see it. So, like in pandemic, people have traveled to interiors of the country with the doses of the COVID vaccine or maybe uh, Aadhaar card or something. So the part where it's tough for them to come to a centers or government should come up with some scheme to help the underprivileged people or maybe the people who are not in a big town which can go to a big hospitals taluk level. Do you think government should consider a product which is made in India, which is top of the state of the art machine with top of the technology should include in their plan? Like they have a lot of campaigns which is pushing healthcare, the insurance scheme or something like this. Do you think government should use this product as one of their?
So definitely, so I think any government wants to make healthcare affordable,
Correct.
wants to make healthcare accessible to its people.
Mhm.
Our motto is also that we want to make it accessible to people. For
Correct.
example, I think most of us are privileged to get a screening of our entire body every year. Like we get the annual checkup where we will be able to check.
Thanks to our company.
Yeah, and
Yes.
most of the times, what happens is people in those underprivileged or
Yes.
no accessibility sectors, they will not be able to do that.
Correct.
And like Ravi was mentioning, these early stage diseases can be, detection
Correct.
can be completely a game changer. Like if somebody can detect their glaucoma, it can be managed in such a way that they will not even have a problem in the foreseeing future.
Correct.
So definitely yes, we will also have been talks with a couple of government initiatives,
Yes.
but we are trying to push, with the government so that we can democratize. So that's why we use the word democratize, where the accessibility is increased,
Correct.
and this can definitely make a huge impact in
Correct.
terms of.
Yeah, and I want to add one thing regarding this is if you see lately, Anganwadi workers are coming home to home and getting our blood pressure checked.
Yes.
That's our goal.
Uh,
Home to home, Anganwadi workers go
Correct.
get a quick scan of the eye
Yes. Yes.
and say, "Hey, you have to go to the hospital, or you're good."
That's a fantastic idea, Dr. Ravi. So now we will quickly, move to the other question, because I know it's a Tuesday and you have a lot of interviews or meetings
Sure,
lined
sure.
up. So I won't take much of your time. The company is growing. Can we talk about the growth of the company, the structure, and anything you want to add about the growth of the company, about MedevPlus, the structure of the
Sure.
company?
Let me start with the main principle of there are few pillars with which our company runs, and the rest I'll allow NP to speak about it. MedevPlus main goal, it's a people-centered company.
Correct.
We look for growth in every individual who works for us, who our vendors, our clients, our employees, and including the government.
Correct.
One of the things I keep saying is we were supported by government very well. BIRAC seed, BIRAC,
Correct.
and VIT TBI. So the gratitude is something inbuilt in our company as well. So this is and the other biggest pillar is we work with collaborations rather than competitions.
Okay.
So with these three pillars, it's been growing, and keeping these in mind, we want to grow for the next few years as well. And the growth plan, Mr. NP will give more details about it.
Okay.
So we follow a cyclic product development and sales process. So as I mentioned initially, we are an IP-driven deep tech company, which means that we always see way where we will be building IP wealth
Okay.
along with our engineering activities.
Correct.
So there is always an R&D phase, continuous R&D that keeps happening, and then there is a sale vertical which takes those products that is coming out of R&D and ensures that the market is given that, and again there is a feedback loop where we get the feedback from the market and given back to the R&D where it loops around. So currently we are expanding our sales and our marketing efforts for the sale of iScanner 7. We want to see our device in every primary healthcare center as soon as possible, and we want to see people getting the benefits of this device. Number two, we want to ensure that our animal research device that I was talking about, the iScanner Air, is essentially put into use, and dissection of animal, killing of animals is going to reduce.
Okay.
Thirdly, we have been working with a lot of industries,
Okay.
ranging from pharmaceutical to cigarette manufacturing to seed manufacturing companies,
Mhm.
where we use our eye scanner, the industrial eye scanner, and we
Okay.
build test cases and try to solve an existing problem of these individual
Okay.
verticals. So we want to scale up that as well.
Mhm.
But as and when we increase our profitability or take up investments,
Correct.
there are other products that we are have in pipeline, where we want to make devices which are very specific to healthcare, such as oral cancer detection devices, devices that can change the way dentistry is going to do, and
Correct.
etc. And similarly, for every individual vertical, we have products that we have in pipeline that we want to make. And yeah, so the R&D and sales phase.
We have to note a point here that all these products, the base technology is OCT.
OCT.
That's the beauty of this innovations.
Okay. I know we are in the last phase and we are running out of time because you have to rush for another meeting. Um, I have also, founded one company and a lot of learnings for me. So, what are the major learning for you as a founder of the company? Because we are sitting in Bangalore and it's called Startup Hub. Your learnings, your challenges for any company or any founder who want to start a company, not in healthcare, in any industry. What are the key learnings? Because earlier you were on the different side. Now you are a founder. You have to make sure you have to check all the boxes tick. So what are the major learnings for you?
It's a wonderful question, but it was applicable to me, but need not be applicable to everyone. So there's a
Okay.
caution here.
Okay.
So for me, persistence
Okay.
helped a lot.
Okay.
Patiently try to reach out to solve the problems.
Okay.
They don't get solved at one shot, but be patient. Try multiple other things, but persistently approach that
Okay.
with a positive mindset.
Okay.
And all these aligns to a fact that
Correct.
things happen. Everything fall into place all of a sudden. Initially, it will be very difficult, but if we approach with a lot of persistence and optimism and patience, things will work out. So don't give up. Yeah.
You want to add anything, Narasimha?
So I have been in multiple startups before.
Okay. Okay.
What I see different in MedevPlus and Ravi's approach is the clarity.
Okay.
We are very clear about what our capabilities and what our technology can do. We are very sure of what we can achieve. So there is no question of fake it till you make it.
Okay.
That's a ground principle. There is no fake.
Very
We
good.
are very confident
Okay.
about what all we can achieve.
Okay.
And we take approaches or projects or are run in such a way that we are sure that we will be able to complete it. So we have a very good validation phase
Okay.
where all of our engineers are extremely honest in terms
Correct.
of how they see their work and the
Correct.
contribution leading to
Correct.
a sensible product. So I feel that's a very big difference that I have seen with MedevPlus.
Correct.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for me, we have just touched only the tip of the iceberg because I know I need at least 2-3 hours from Dr. Ravi to discuss again. We'll sit some other time. Dr. Ravi, I wanted to speak in Odia because बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हो आपनो हमको टाइम देला.
धन्यवाद आपको.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, Dr. Ravi. Thank you, Narasimha.
Thank you.
Looking forward for our many more interaction because, like I said, I have only touched the tip of the iceberg. Because
And I'm very sorry for that.
No. We will continue the session in coming months and have a great day, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.